And from the thumbnail, is this a church? Is this a house? Okay, crew, we find ourselves in one of the bedrooms at the north wing section of the house. And the reason why we're here is because the client decided on a corner section of the house where we did not have a wire for one of the cameras. So if you check this out, stick your head out over here, Justin, real quick. You're gonna see where we installed the camera just now. You're gonna see that we just finished installing a camera right there above that floodlight that is pointing towards the backyard, but we did not have a line. And this is a very difficult corner that leads into the attic where we did not have an access to get there. So what did the guys come up with? Well, let's show you one of the many tricks that we use till we get a wire there without having to damage much of the wall. Check this out. So one of the many tricks that you're gonna watch us do it in this video and in future videos is that instead of destroying the wall, making cuts and having the client to patch paint and retouch up the walls, and sometimes some walls have wallpaper, so we can't really destroy that. So what we do is that we will go from under the wall. We'll go ahead and remove the molding, and the guys saw that there was an opportunity to get to the attic from that existing cutout that's right there. See, those wires lead up to the attic. Well, those are old wires. We wanted a fresh wire. Right above us is the attic where we have our PoE switch so we can power these cameras. So what the guys did is that they drilled from the top, ran a new line, we removed the molding, and we're going from under the wall. So if you want to get a shot of that, see, the wire goes all the way across the bottom of the molding here on the wall. And then from here, we drill out, we punch that wire outside, and guess what? We get to install the molding right back. The client they'll never know that we were there. And then we're just gonna use a pressure nail gun. We're gonna pressure nail it back, do some caulking on it, try to make it look pretty, and then they'll never know that we were there, but of course we have to tell them what we did. Now folks, in order for us to successfully remove some floor molding, we'll use a few tools, and let me show you what these tools are. We'll start off with the box cutter, and then we're gonna make the incision on the floor molding, separating the existing paint and the caulking, a combination of some crowbars and a trim puller, and that allows us to separate the floor molding out. Now, in order for us to reinstall it again, we're gonna use a pressure nail gun, and then just pressure nail it back, and then we're gonna install the quarter round mold back on, and or shoe molding. And we'll use a little bit of caulking, put that on, and the client will never know that we were there unless we tell them or unless they subscribe and watch this video. All right, so let's get this crown molding back on, and I believe we'll do a time lapse of father and son putting this crown molding together. So let's go.
Alrighty crew, from the previous time lapse you saw a father and son action duo, and now my dad told me to get some practice caulking, so the rest of these time lapses is just simply practicing exactly what that entails. It's just me using silicone and using the silicone gun, and as you see in the rest of the time lapse, I genuinely try my best to make sure that, you know, it's as if we were genuinely never here. Literally, as you can see, as I use the wipes to even clean the rough edges and also the spots I left on the floor. But if anything, crew, enjoy the rest of the video.
All right, folks, I just got out of the attic. A second ago, you just saw Justin trying to put some caulking in there. I told him to get a little bit of practice in there. And right now, we find ourselves at the south wing of the section of the house. So we find ourselves in one of the 3 bedrooms in the south wing. And you just saw Justin finish up that floor molding on there. Now, Justin, if you could go over there by the window and show them that we are in the opposite side of the house. We're in the south wing. Now you're pointing the camera to the north wing where we just installed that camera. Actually, Gus installed that camera while you were wiring and doing the molding on there. So we installed a camera right above the floodlight. Let's show you a secret. Now we gotta work on top of the garage. Now the garage connects with the south wing bedrooms, but the elevation of the roof, it's a lot lower than the elevation of the roof in this attic. When we open this secret door, we go into another secret bedroom, okay? Now, pardon the mess, pardon the storage. At Home Media Bliss, we don't like to call mess, we like to call it work in progress, all right? So this is work in progress. And so the reason why we're here, look at this pitch roof that's in here. This roof does not match with the attic over there. So we have to run lines into the garage because we're gonna have cameras that are gonna be pointing towards the garage doors when the client comes home. But, so what we had to do is we had to take down these lights. This portion connects to the lower portion of the attic above the south wing bedrooms. So then we use these lines so we can get a line across, all right, you can see that. That being said, this is the end of the house. We're standing above the kitchen from the first floor and the living room. That wall is the end of the house, but then from there, the garage starts. We don't have access from this wall, but guess what we had to do? You see this, we got a little trapdoor over here. When we open this up, this little trapdoor leads towards the top of the garage. So check this out. Now this section is the top of the garage. Where Justin is standing right now is that bedroom. So if you notice, we have to go to that trap door so we can get in here. And we previously ran 4 lines in here that is waiting for us. So, all right, folks, I find myself at the end of the garage, mini attic, and or storage space. And there's no trap door from the garage. So it's a 3-car garage, and then there's no access to the storage space above the garage from the garage itself using an attic trap door. Like, would you believe that? So in order to get here, we had to come through that little trap door, through that hidden room, through that 3rd bedroom that it's in the south wing section of this house. 2 years ago, as we mentioned before, when we ran some lines. So here are the lines waiting for us. So Justin and Gus are gonna get together, and then they're gonna tap in on these lines. They're gonna put a camera right over there on the outside that's gonna point towards the driveway and the cars coming in. And then they're gonna put a camera right over here on this top valley, and that's gonna point towards the back entrance of the backyard around the garage to have a, you know, a more coverage view so people don't walk in and out, intrusion into the house. So we put up a work light over here. The guys are gonna get into it. I don't know where I'm going. I'm gonna ask the guys what they want me to do because, you know, we're switching work back and forth. So I don't know, let's just see what we're gonna do next. Okay, folks, I found myself outside. We got team member Gus right here. He's running some glow rods through the outside of the garage. This is the back door that the client wants to see whenever somebody comes in and out. That's the north wing section of the house where we installed that one camera. And now Gus, he is sending this rod to Justin. He's inside of the top of the storage space of the garage. We're tied up into our Cat 6 cable. And then, so we're making that line a little longer. And then Gus took out some of the, you know, siding here that's in the, oh, there it is. He's communicating with him, letting him know that Justin's got it on the inside. So then he's gonna pull that rod inside. He just got it. And we'll get a camera connected right there. Okay, crew, inside of the attic now, above the garage, there's that line that Gus sent Justin over here at the bottom of those rafters that are right there. And Justin's got it right here. And he's gonna build those connections right there and connect to the existing lines that connect back into our switch that's waiting in the attic. Alrighty, so we'll get back to you. All right, crew, here's team member Gus. He already got that line out there for Justin that he's working on inside of the attic storage of the garage. And he's right here making the cable, terminating that connection for the camera. And he's just having fun with his little Rancho hat. Say hello, Gus.
Hi.
Hello. All right, there he is. He's gonna make that connection. He's got the camera ready to go over here. That's gonna go right over there. Notice that he closed that up and that camera's gonna point that way towards the door and a little bit of the backyard. Me, I'm gonna go get my tool belt on and get a camera, a camera like that. It's gonna get installed right over there. So let's go. All right, crew, while the team member Gus and team member Justin are doing some work, Gus installing a camera on the outside and Justin terminating on the inside of the storage space of the garage, I decided to give you a bird's eye view so you can see what we see. Seeing is believing. So over here, I'm walking down towards the corner of the driveway and we're gonna install a camera that's gonna be looking that way so client can see somebody coming in and out of the driveway. This is a 3 garage door here, okay? And then now if I walk up the valley of the garage, I'm giving you a back view of the yard. And then now, let's see if I can take a peek over here at team member Gus. He's working down over here on the ladder, there you go. And he's installing on that one camera with Justin. And now if I walk over here, we got a ladder set up. And crew, this is gonna be the easiest camera of the whole job that we're gonna install. We're gonna put a camera right here. And that camera, it's gonna view all this over here, all that yard back there and the gate. And of course the pool equipment a little bit if the client wants to see that. This is the easiest camera that we're gonna install. I'm actually probably gonna do it myself. I'm just gonna drill a hole and install the camera and throw the connection on the inside, because Justin is in here right now working on that time lapse that you just saw him terminating. So let me go ahead and get it drilled, poke a hole right there. Gus is working over there. I'm gonna be working over here. Let me get on this ladder and put a camera right there. Let's go.
And as my dad mentioned earlier, crew, this will legitimately be the easiest camera install of the whole job, because as you can see, my dad, all he has to do is just feed me a camera, put the camera inside, and then that's it. I'll just plug it inside from there.
All right, crew, here's a little bit of an update. Gus just got done installing that camera. All right, there was a previous analog old school legacy camera that used to be right there, and the client has a personal handyman that's gonna take care of that, make that go away. So here's the one camera we installed today. The other one further down above that floodlight. That one right there on top of that peak overseeing this section of the house. So client has a top view over here from the back entry of the yard. And we got Gus over here working on the one into the driveway, looking at the garage entry. So he took out the piece of siding that was on there. And there's our cable. And what I wanted to show you over here, crew, even though all our connections are gonna be inside of the house, we have a little trick that we do on the cameras. We coat the cameras with a little bit of dielectric grease. All right, so that's like an anti-water compound, but allows electricity to flow through and makes our seal 100% perfect, even though no water is gonna get in there. Inside in there, it's gonna be protected, but just in case any humidity or any sweat or any buildup that happens throughout the years, our cameras are always gonna work, other than any personal mechanical failure. All right, crew, there it is. Gus just finished installing that piece of siding that he had removed. Made a little cut in there so the wire can be exposed. Now I hand him over the camera with that dielectric grease coating that he just installed in there. And he's just gonna connect that camera up there, point it out to the driveway here, and I think we're good. All right, so he'll get that camera from there to there. And boom, there it is. There it is, folks. Gus just finished installing that camera with the magic of editing. 1, 2, 3. There it is. He's angling that camera, locking it into place, and that the view that he's concentrating is that right there. So we got that one camera there. Don't forget that we installed that one there so the client can see all this over here. And let's see what we're gonna move on to next. Goodbye.
And I'm back, crew. So from my perspective of everything, while Gus and my dad were installing the cameras and running the wires to me and giving them to me, I'm, as you can see, putting every single pair of the cat cable together. So that's every blues, every browns, every greens, all crimped together with those dolphins that I'm using. And as my dad mentioned earlier, the reason why I'm putting all these pairs together is so that the cables that are feeding cameras will then join together with the cat cables that is feeding from the switch. So then the cables essentially become plug and play.
All right, folks, I think I hear Justin and Gus calling me to let me know what they're up to. And I think they are in the attic. All right. Let's go up there. Let's see what's going on. Give you guys a view of what happened behind the scenes inside of an attic. Well, there they are. Here we go. All right, Justin, what's going on? Why don't we tell the folks that are watching what is it that you guys are working on over here?
Well, all of the lines that are feeding the cameras come straight here to the PoE switch that we mentioned earlier during the tour. So what we're doing is that we're just terminating the heads to go straight into the switch. That will eventually feed PoE or power over Ethernet to said cameras, and then it should just be plug and play.
Oh, okay, cool. All right, so then of course we have that little camera set up over here for time lapse, so we don't bore you guys with the details of how to set up these pairs. All right, so we got all hands on deck except for me. We got Justin over here, he's terminating one cable, Gus terminating another cable over there, and we got some parts and pieces over here for termination, cutters and crimpers and Ethernet heads. And they're gonna connect, just like Justin said, it's gonna be connected on that switch behind him. So right now, only one port is lit up, which is we're feeding internet from the basement over here. Once the guys connect all those cameras in there, we're gonna start seeing some views, and we'll take it from there.
Alrighty, crew, this is our perspective of terminating the cables that will be feeding PoE from said PoE switch to the network cat cameras. So please enjoy the rest of this little silly extravaganza we were going through.
All right, crew, while the guys are working over there on that section of the north wing section of the house, attic, I'm gonna go over here to the south wing section. There's another attic entry, and I'm gonna go in here as these attic connect all the way across, and we can walk through all this. All right, let's go there. All right, let's go up and take the stairs up to the attic. Here we go. All right, crew. Whoa, whoa, whoa. A little dark up here. Oh man, can barely see. A little bit of light over there. You know what? I got my coal miner's light on under my forehead here. Oh, look at that. All right, then. Let's crawl in here carefully. All right, we gotta make sure that we step only on studs. Otherwise, we're gonna be flying right through the ceiling sheetrock and landing downstairs. Here we go. Giving you a behind the scenes look of how we get on attics. Here we go. And the reason why I'm up here, folks, is because I'm going to splice a cable that didn't make it to the guys. See the guys over there working? Right there. So they're in that section. And I got a cable right around here that I have to meet. Oh, there it is. Let me go ahead and crawl in there and work. All right, there's Gus over there. He's about to send me that cable. Ahead. Yeah. Right there, got it. Okay. So I got the cable right here in my hand. All right, folks, a little tough to film and work at the same time. I apologize while holding the camera. Let me go ahead and put it down and connect these cables here for these guys. All right, folks, so here it is. I got my cable. I made a little safety loop with the tie, with a zip tie over here, or tie wrap, the way we want to call it. And so the reason being is so if anybody accidentally pulls on the cable, it'll come apart. And then right now I'm gonna strip the cable a little bit, exposing all the connectors. So let me go ahead and take this conductor off and this little plastic separator off too. Just kind of pull that out of the way, otherwise it'll bother me. Okay, here it is, cut that out of the way. There's our conductors. Let me go ahead and strip the other as well, boom. Take the jacket out, take the conductor out, and the separator out as well. So for those who are asking, this is Cat 6 cable. All right, the cable actually has 4 pairs inside, a green, orange, brown, and blue. There it is. Pretty cool, all right. Okay, so through the magic of editing, the next shot you're gonna see is me splicing all these cables together. Okay. All right, there it is, crew. With the magic of Hollywood editing, I am done with my splicing, so check this out. We have the brown whites with the brown solids together here. I have the orange whites with the orange solids. I have the blue whites with the blue solids and the green solids with the green whites. And each one of these pairs have its own dedicated job. That's why we splice them individually instead of just kind of splicing them together. And now what the guys got to do on the other end of this cable, just kind of put an Ethernet head to it, get it on the switch, and get that camera online, alrighty? So here's the splice. All right, I'm cleaning up my area and in the attic, and then this just pretty much will sit right around here like that. Okay, this is in a non-walking area, so I don't have to worry about the client or workers or future trades coming up here and stepping on our cable. This is not a walking area, and there it is. Look how beautiful that is. Let's go.
And after a long day of work, crew, here are all the cameras lighting up on the PoE switch.
Hey there, crew. We're gonna go ahead and wrap up this video right here. We have so much that we filmed in this job. This job is pretty big, and we've done so much around the house, and we want to show it all to you, but not cramped up into a single video. So we'll do a series on this. Okay, so for those of you that have been watching this far, thank you for tuning in. Please subscribe and share. Tell people about us. It'll help the channel. And literally, we're ending the video right from the cutting room floor. So this is our Hollywood studios right here. And then stay tuned. Please subscribe. I said that. I know I've said that. I'm going to say it again. Please subscribe, share, tell people about us. Drop a comment, ask us some questions. Ring the bell for notifications for the next Home Media Bliss video. We'll see you on the next one.